Donald Trump has hired a new attorney, this time a pretty good trial lawyer by the name of Joe Tacopina. And Mr. Tacopina has already sent a letter to Mark Pomerance, the former prosecutor up with the Manhattan DA's office, who was brought in as part of the ongoing criminal investigation into Donald Trump, but he famously resigned a year ago and published his resignation letter in the New York Times, where he made it clear that he believes, based on the evidence, that Donald Trump actually committed a crime. And according to the letter that Mr. Tacopina has sent to Mr. Pomerance, if he doesn't go out there and correct the record, he could be facing a lawsuit. And by the way, it's not just over Mr. Pomerance's statement in that resignation letter published by the New York Times. Mr. Pomerance has a book that is going to be coming out soon where he's going to lay out everything that they uncovered in that investigation. And here is what Mr. Tacopina had to say about that. I strongly admonish you to take these next words seriously. If you publish such a book and continue making defamatory statements against my client, my office will aggressively pursue all legal remedies against you and your book publisher, Simon & Schuster. Trust me, I will zealously use every possible legal resource to punish you and your publisher for the incredible financial harm that you have caused my clients to suffer. Do it. Sue him. Sue him right now. Don't threaten. File that lawsuit against Mark Pomerance. And here is why I want this lawsuit to move forward. You see, in a defamation lawsuit, it is not up to the defendant to prove that the claims are untrue. It is instead it's not up to the plaintiff to prove that the claims are untrue. So if Trump files the suit, he doesn't have to prove that Pomerance lied. What Pomerance would have to do as the defendant is prove that he told the truth. Now, the truth is easier to prove than a lie is to disprove, if that makes enough sense for you. So, in order to prove that Pomerance was not lying in either his resignation letter or the book, all he would have to do is present the evidence that he has seen that says that Donald Trump committed a crime. So if Mr. Tacopina does in fact file this lawsuit against Mark Pomerance, Pomerance would then have to go to court and lay out all of the information from that New York Manhattan DA's office that, according to Pomerance, shows that Trump committed a crime. So best case scenario is that they file the defamation lawsuit and lose, right? Like, that's what you want to happen. Worst case scenario is that you file it, lose, and it shows that you're a criminal. I mean, I guess technically, obviously, the best case scenario is that you win, but I don't think that's going to happen. Because even though Mr. Tacopina is, in fact, a very well-respected and a very good trial lawyer, I don't want to take anything away from him, so is Mark Pomerance. And I don't believe that Mr. Pomerance didn't understand the law, didn't understand that making these statements publicly could get him sued for defamation if he was lying. I mean, by the way, Pomerance has also made it clear that Cy Vance, before he was replaced by Alvin Bragg, was literally, according to Pomerance, days away from filing criminal charges against Donald Trump. Now, Alvin Bragg basically killed it all, as we've discussed plenty of times, but recently, in the last 2 months, they've picked up steam again. They've kind of revived it. I think Bragg finally realized, okay, I could do this. So another possible scenario is that Bragg ends up bringing criminal charges against Donald Trump, which would mean this threat from Tacopina is absolutely useless because there would have been criminal charges filed against him. So however you slice it, this isn't going to end well for Donald Trump. I know you want your lawyer to go out there and scare the bejesus out of people, but in doing so, you could be inviting a lawsuit that could prove you broke the law. And I'm sorry, but that's never a smart move. Hi, everyone. This here is little Athena. And Athena would like to know why you haven't subscribed to fair and balanced yet. So please, don't let Athena down. Subscribe today.